I'm Matt Schiffman. I'm a senior journalism student at University of Missouri.
I'm James Burleson. I'm a broadcast major.
I'm Allie. I'm a magazine major, magazine editing if you want to be specific.
I'm Liz Reed and I'm a convergence journalism major.
My sequence is print and digital media, and my focus is on sports writing and sports journalism.
My reporting semester I did during the summer because I knew it was going to be really hard.
During my broadcast semester, it took up a ton of my life.
It was the most hectic semester I've ever had in my life.
Reporting semester was definitely the hardest semester of my whole academic career.
It was really rough just because I had no desire to be a reporter, had never done reporting in high school or anything like that, so I was completely inexperienced and there was a lot of expected of you, and it was just not where I wanted to be, what I wanted to be doing, that sort of thing, especially when my friends were at the pool.
The reporting shifts out of KOMU are a big time commitment because you have to set a whole day aside because you get to the station at 8:30. You don't get to leave till 7, or if you do night side, you get there at 1 and you don't get to leave till 11 or 11:30.
Reporting itself was fine-ish. I'm not the kind of person that likes to sit on the phone and chat people up, so calling people up and asking them to talk to me about subjects that they probably didn't really want to talk about wasn't exactly the most fun, and trying to go out and find stories wasn't always easy.
I was in Camdenton, I was in Moberly, I went to St. Louis, sometimes as early as 5 o'clock in the morning getting up to go there.
It's pretty challenging. Reporting requires a lot of effort, and you have to go out into the community and talk to people. Sometimes you can't get a hold of them. Very trying.
It probably took a couple weeks for me to really get into the flow of, doing, covering those sports, getting to know the coaches and the players.
Being yelled at during the pitch meetings was the most intense, I guess, process I've ever been through.
It was rough trying to fight for attention with your editor. That was probably the hardest part.
Yeah, finding something unique and something interesting at every event was the most challenging.
So just to get her to sit down and tell me what I was doing wrong and tell me how to fix it so that next time it wouldn't take 2 weeks for me to get in print and that kind of thing.
I was always tired. I didn't have time to sleep. I felt like I was their slave out there. It was pretty much horrible.
And I just remember calling my mom that night, like, I can't do this anymore. I can't be a journalist. I'm just so stressed out. And it was only like the 4th week. But, once I pulled through that week, we did a really good job with our story. And I just said, we just got to do it. And, obviously I did.
That's whenever I really decided that I didn't like reporting and I wanted to become a producer. So now I just produce out there, which is a lot more fun because I get to boss around reporters.
I got to help him edit it, and that was a really good experience, and I wish they would have let me do that more.
Once you finally turned in your project, those Thursday nights, it was just the biggest feeling of relief, and I would be so excited for the weekend just to rest.
One of the reasons why maybe Missouri is the best school of journalism is because while you have your 15 hours of classes that you have to worry about studying for and taking tests and writing papers, you're also pretty much doing a full-time job on top of it out at the KOMU.
Working for a daily paper and putting stuff up on a website and having to do multimedia while you're there, it really does set Mizzou's J School apart from others.
So just being able to get past the grunt work, basically, and that everyone has to do, and getting to do what I actually want to do. And next semester I get to be a magazine staff, which is something that I wanted to do, so it works out eventually.
After your reporting semester, you kind of can make your own schedule more freely and report on what you want, look at issues that you want to report on.
After the Missourian, it's like, wow, if I can do that, I can pretty much handle whatever in class.
I really learned how to work hard, and I think it's definitely paid off in that sense.
And so I always think to myself, well, it can only get better because whenever I graduate, I'll just have a job. I don't have to worry about all the papers and the tests, and whenever I get done with my reporting shift, I don't have to worry about going to the library for another 4 hours. I can just go home and watch TV and go to sleep at like 11 instead of like 4 in the morning.
It's a great concept, and it's, probably the most useful thing I did at the J School.
It might suck while you're going through it, but just do it. It's fine. You'll get through it.
Trust me, after the Missourian, it gets better.
It gets better.
It gets better, I promise.
Trust me, it gets better.